Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Women Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Welcome back, my lovelies. How's my royalty doing? Okay, make sure you have some nice petty tea, cold or hot, whichever. If you like it room temperature, nice and easy, chill and breezy. But yeah. It's been really interesting going through all of my screenshots lately. And I have so many. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like it's kind of like a panic attack in the making with how many more I have to do. But it's like a couple weeks ago I realized, okay, baby steps. And some of those baby steps are sometimes some days I need to take a day off from it because when I am uploading and downloading and transferring and looking at, comparing, deleting these screenshots, I have to remember my mental health because it's a lot, especially being a black woman with a disability and one who is single. So, been on these dating apps dealing with, okay, I'm not going to be nice here, but some of the most selfish, awful, degrading, racist, bigoted, stupid, ignorant, poorly educated, naive imbeciles, but also sexist and ones who do not care about the happiness of a woman. Some have even told me women are not here to be happy. The whole happy life, like happy wife, happy life, is a fib, is a fairy tale. But you tell that to the woman until you put that ring on her finger, and then you teach her how it's done, basically. But a lot of these men, yeah, it's like I can go on too, but that's kind of the synopsis. And also, if you haven't been listening and watching and viewing and things like that, if you haven't been entertained by my voice, and I know some people might be like, what do you look like? Like, if you really pay attention, you would have been known what I look like. And also, if you've been paying attention, oh yeah, like buying my books and going on my Patreon and looking at some of the pictures, I'm right there, or my name is right there. My name's on the books. So, because I know some, and I will tell the whole story about why I haven't shown my face yet, but I am, organizing and doing some things to show myself on different channels and maybe this channel pretty soon. But some of these men that I have met on these these dating apps. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a dating nightmare political mix, especially when it comes to the LGBTQ community. Yeah, because I've noticed a lot of things, and again, like my evidence is all spread out with, you know, river of racism, dating nightmares, medical nightmares, and things like that, and just pure, bigoted, heartless, black souled people. Yeah, yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna start this off with I love my LGBTQ plus community. I'm an ally. I love you. I adore you. And a lot of these people are hating on you because of how you love and who you love. At least you're not, well, it's crazy how since you guys are able to love and willing to love outside of the cookie cutter of what biblical and the patriarchy demands for us to follow. But you guys aren't the ones mostly. Okay, I'll say mostly because there's always you know outliers. But do you know how many of the same people who are hating on you for doing a crime that they're the ones getting caught up in? They're the ones that keep like there was another one that just got caught up with a 14-year-old or trying to get with a 14-year-old, But this year, I have lost count of how many Republicans have been arrested or have been found guilty or have a record of dealing with minors. And it's really crazy because a lot of people at first were like, oh well, I would never vote for a president that dot 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 dot. But now, I'm not saying he did, I'm not saying he didn't, because they don't have the, we're still waiting for the files. I'm waiting on those files. Oh baby. I am so, you do not know. It's like I will have an impeachment party like you would not believe. And so, and now I just have a new idea for something that I'm working on, a really huge project. But now I just thought of something and I'm just like, oh, I'm so petty, it's gonna work. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. But okay, with the one thing that I have noticed, especially with dating nightmares, is when, and if you look at my Patreon, like I said, they're not in any order or anything. It's as messy as my channel, which is as messy as my life. So, yeah, it's just, like I said, all of those subjects and more, current events in Disney, stuff like that, especially the racism within the demographic who they enjoy Disney, but only the Disney that follows their political views and stuff like that. But do you know how many men have called me a trans because I won't sleep with them, because I'm not interested in them, because I have my dating nightmares, because I'm not gonna mess with their foolery, because I'm gonna live a life that I am gonna be happy as well. I used to be like, okay, like I'm gonna go as a Christian woman, I'm gonna make sure I get married and I'm gonna make sure I do blah 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 blah. No. It's, I need to make sure that I'm happy too. It's like going to the church and listening to their marriage and dating, like a lot of the times at the end of the day, it just, yeah. And the thing is, I don't know where they are now, but a few years ago when I was cleaning up around my room and throwing stuff out, I found a full drawer or mini bag of CDs and tapes from my church. And some of them were from their marriage counseling or dating lifestyle series that they were working on. And I played one because I was curious. And oh, I am so happy that I got out of the brainwash, because with some of the things that I was hearing, it was disheartening, and to a point where no wonder I'm single now, because with what I was trying to do, I was trying to make my parents happy by finding the type of guy that they will like and adore, but then also someone who would like want me, but at the same time, someone who, well, dot, dot, dot. I'm not going to preach what they, yeah, but one day maybe I will. It's like, since I have the CD, like maybe I'll play parts of it. That would be interesting if I can play some of their CDs and tapes from years ago and kind of go over how I used to think and what I think now. But anyway, it's like when it comes to dating, and guys, if you've been watching my over 500 episodes, you've already seen two or three men who have called me trans, because I'm not going to just act like, oh, you like me? Okay, I'm going to do everything you want and I'm going to be a pick me. Because, yeah, that's one thing that the church really wants. Yeah, it just kind of sounded like pick me's. I'm not a pick me. And even in the past, I wasn't a pick me, but I didn't know that I wasn't a pick me. But even the way that I broke up with the guy from church, and then my mom was trying to trick me into getting back with him. Yeah, go back and check out that episode. It's really, and oh, it's like and I still, I oh, I cringe with that one. But I I've always known, but I didn't know that I was never going to be a pick me. And with Mr. Lakaki, when he stole from my purse to force me to come back to his house, to force me to be his girlfriend, and I refused. I was not going to be his girlfriend. So in order, like, I was not a pick me, but I literally felt obligated to be with him because he was literally doing something in the middle of the street with a knife. So yeah, go back and listen to those episodes. I talk a lot about him a lot. And then with Mr. No Heart, we started off as friends, so we weren't pick-me's or whatever, but I thought we understood each other a lot, and we both liked anime, and he didn't judge me for liking anime or like some of the other nerd things, or like he didn't know much about my investing yet because, well, like when I met him, we were like I was working, but I wasn't working at the career job that I was looking for because a lot of these marketing and advertising companies are bigots or have a lot of bigotry or isms, racism, sexism, or ableism when it comes to hiring. If you don't know about that, I already have episodes about that. So catch up, and I have many more, but that's not going to happen in this episode. But it's just, even after I broke up with Mr. No Heart, talking to guys, especially since November of 2022, when talking to the men and having again, I am a progressive Democrat liberal. I'm a combination. I'm a leftist, basically, and it's really crazy how many men on the dating apps would tell me how you're stupid, you're a slave, you're a B word, I'm gonna buy you and whip you until, but yeah, because yeah, my ex's ex-wife said that to him, that she was gonna buy me as a slave and whip me. So that would, yeah. But then also there was a guy on the one of the apps who said he was gonna do something to me after he bought me. It's like, see, do you guys see a pattern? Because a lot of people were getting ready to buy me after the orange guy won. Think about that. All, many or a few said they were going to buy me once the orange guy won. But then they say he's not racist. So many people say he's not related to being a Nazi. So many people say so many different types of things. But how come all of the people who said they were going to buy me once the orange, like, they all voted for the same guy? And they even said so. They made sure to say so. They put his name in it. So pay attention to that as well. But yeah, this is probably going to be a two-parter, but I just need to kind of lay out all of this information because with a lot of the men, when I say I don't want to sleep with them, quite a few automatically turn around and say that I must be trans just because I will not sleep with them. And I don't get that. Like, guys, some of you guys act like you are just top tier, amazing men, when some of you guys, like, I had to add an education requirement to my standards only on 3 of them because do I have that requirement on the Facebook dating? No. Do I have it on Duet? No. Do I have it on Bumble? No. Because the demographic that's on Plenty of Fish and Scout and Meet Me, totally different. Because whenever, like, guys see that I have higher education, I have 2 masters, or I have a bachelor's and 2 masters. But most men are like, oh, you have a master's in these streets, or you have a master's with that mouth, or I know I'm going to do with that, like that mouth when you're blah, 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 all this other stupid stuff. But then when I'm like, no, I have degrees. I was like, I teach college classes here and there. I'm writing novels or books. Oh, you one of the. Oh, you're that's so stupid. Oh, being educated is stupid. But then I have to remind myself now that that one rap artist said, "Don't be literate. Don't be literate. Be financially literate, but don't be literate. Don't be able to read, but be financially literate." I think of these men when I think of what he said. I think of those type of men, the men who a lot of not all, but a lot of the men who write me on Meet Me, Scout, and Plenty of Fish. Yeah, mm-hmm. They probably would agree with that guy. Oh yeah, I just uploaded. I just put on Patreon. There was this one guy who, a black guy too, when I have my list of stands or whatever, he wrote me back saying it's so pathetic that you are like trying to guide these, I'm paraphrasing, that you're trying to guide these women in this path or direction and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, real quick, my standards are cannot be on the right in any which way. No MAGA, no conservatives, no orange man supporting. No, I'm not dating you. No. And even at the top, I say, it's like, we can be friends if you do not match these. But yeah, if you don't match these, like, we can talk, whatever. But then a lot of men, it's like, maybe it's my wording because they have a word, like, limit on there. So some of the things I had to cut short, but I said when I have butt on there, I'm not talking about my behind. I'm talking about, it's like, if you do not fit these requirements, we cannot, like, I don't it's like, anyways, I've posted my standards quite a few times in different episodes. I might post it on here so you guys can see, but a lot of men, because of my standards, call me trans. If I don't want to sleep with them, they call me trans. If I don't just become a obedient little pick me, they call me trans. And if I put them in line, they call me trans. Because I remember there was this one guy who he blamed me for, because I screenshot and I showed them on the dating apps because I'm not scared of them. I don't care about, like, no, I don't care. And so some of the guys turn around and blame me. There was an oh, and see, this is why I drag black men because yeah, there was another black guy who was like, I'm paraphrasing, but it was like a bunch of swear words. It was like, see, you're nothing but a F and B and blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, what? You're calling me the crazy F and B, but are you reading their messages? And it's based off of my profile. It's like, so I'm crazy for, oh yeah, I didn't list off of the standards. So you already know, can't be on the right. And then I had to add education because most of the men who didn't like that I have higher education, they would say I was stupid. They said I was dumb. They said a woman's job is to have the babies, not to get a degree. What kind of man would want a smart woman, etc., that kind of stuff. So I put that on there, and then must be vaccinated because a lot of these men, oh, you're an idiot, you're vaccinated, you're so dumb. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, you better date me so I can teach you better. You better date me because I need to guide you and tell, because yeah, conservatives try to do that too. They see my dating standards and they see that I'm not politically on their side, but then they write me telling me, you're so stupid, I need to teach you, you need to get with me so I can guide you and direct you. And like, no, no, no. But then when I was like, no, I'm okay. I know what I know. I've learned what I need to learn. And I'm good on that. And I get called trans again. And part of me is just like, that. Why do you call me trans as if it's a bad thing, as if it's a negative thing? It's like they think they're hurting my feelings when I know a lot of trans women who know how to put that makeup on. Ooh, I need lessons from them, boo boo. Yeah. It's like they slay all day. So a lot of the times when they're trying to put me down, sometimes I wonder if you honestly thought I was trans, but you still wrote me, that means you're attracted to trans women. That means if you actually thought I was trans, you came in here knowing what you wanted. So that means you wanted me to be trans in order to date. Like, because first you're saying how beautiful, like, cause some of them even start off saying I'm beautiful and all this other mess and how they want me, want to date me, and they're interested in all this other stuff. But then once I don't get in line, all of a sudden I'm trans. But I'm like, okay, so if I was, but you, yeah, why are you talking to me then? Okay. It's like, and why are you saying it as if it's a negative? I mean, it's like she or he is going to be, beautiful or handsome too. Oh, there is one trans man that is on Facebook. Oh my gosh, Eddie's such a sweetheart. Oh my god, it's like, and it's so funny. Like, so many, there are some men who get on there and they're like, "Oh, so when are you going to transition?" And it's like it goes both ways. It's so funny. It is so funny because, like, especially like some Republican women too, but it's majority men. They get on there and they're just like, "Oh, but you look like a man. When are you going to transition?" They did transition. It's not only people, like, it's not only when you transition into a woman. Some transition into a man. Ta-da! Like, what? And so then sometimes they make sure they let me know how dumb they are, but it's amusing and it proves a amazing point and everything. But I just want to know, why do you guys want to keep trying to call me something just because you're not getting out of me what you want? And especially, it's like, shouldn't you be happy that I'm not just gonna automatically sleep with you? Shouldn't you be happy about, like, so many men say so many women are so fast and they just give it up and they just do blah 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 whatever. It's like they don't have any, like limits, or they don't have any standards. They're just gonna, and over the last, since the third week of September until now, I've had, well, around 100 and almost 50, no, probably over 150 men who I've matched with on the dating apps. I've had around way over 50, I'll say 60 to 70 men who have asked me to sleep with them. Yeah, and most of them, it's just after hi, hello, and how are you? Yeah. Next thing I know is, what are you doing tonight? Can you sit on my face? Yeah, that kind of stuff. They get right to the point. And then when I say no, they either block me, call me out my name, or say that I'm stupid or trans, or, yeah, it's kind of interesting. And I'm not going to be showing you guys all of the screenshots because my phone is already overloaded and I'm trying to empty it. So part of me is just like, okay, some of these men are getting off the hook this time. A lot of these men are getting off the hook this time. Right now I only screenshot, like, especially the river of racism, or if for the men who just take it so far, or they're so degrading and awful and terrible. So yeah. But anyways, when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to gender, like, part of me just feels like, mind your business and be respectful. Because, oh, and even there was that one guy, I think it was like February or March, because he ended up calling me trans because he's the one that blamed me for the messages. But then he was trying to force me to tell him, like, it. He oh, you don't even have to pay on Patreon. It's like, I put him in episodes. I might put one or two of the screenshots on in this episode, but there's so many. Like, I think there's like 10 or 12 with him. But it's like, first he's gonna call me trans, and then he's gonna say he's been nice and polite and everything like that. And so then I cut him off. I'm like, okay, well, no, you said you're nice, but you called me trans. So Like, how in the end you called me out my name and you were really rude to me, but now you're telling me you've been nothing but nice to me. I guess the definition of nice or nothing but nice has changed over the years. Oops. And many men keep trying to blame women for being single, but when you look at the whole scope of dating and everything, and the patriarchy combined with religion, compared to, again, like the cookie cutter of gender roles and things like that, or what society expects of the gender roles, even with appearance, looks, and stuff like that, it's just, oh, guys, men. It's like a lot of you men, you just want to go based off looks. But then you judge a woman for wanting to look past looks, for wanting to actually know who you are. A lot of men, like I said earlier, it's like they get mad at me if I just immediately don't sleep with them. They get mad that I don't want to actually get to know them, that I actually want to see what's inside their mind, what's their opinions, what's their scope of life, what are their goals. And I'm at an age where a lot of them are fathers. So it's just, I mean, I'm not asking to see their kid. Like, a lot of them have their kids on their profile, and sometimes right in the parking lot of their schools with the mascot and stuff. So if some of these women were cray cray, like, and I've shown this to a couple men too, but then they call me cray cray because, like, you will never be able to find my kids. You will never be able to find my house. You have the street number in the picture. You have it. And so then I showed them their house. It's like, or the past sale thing on one of the real estate websites or whatever. They call me crazy, but it's like, I'm not crazy. I'm smart. I know how to find it. I didn't want to find it, but you told me I can't. Don't tell a smart woman what she can't do. Don't tell a petty woman what she can't do. See, it's like, I'm not the smartest, but I'm creative. So even women who, it's like, we're not all like, we're smart enough to be creative to figure out a way to do what we want to do. We're going to do it. We're going to figure out how to do it, or we're going to find the right people to help us be able to do it. But with that one, it was easy because, like I said, the street number was right there and they have the city of where they live right there. So it was really easy. And then with the school, because it's the same guy, his kids go to a school within that area. So then all I had to look up was that city and the mascot and things like that. Next thing you know, I had the school. And yeah, he got mad at me. And I'm like, dude, don't tell me what I can't do. Don't tell me what I can't do. And this is one reason why I say, ladies, sometimes you got to be detectives in the dating world. Do you know how many men I caught lying? They say they're not political and stuff, but then they have the orange man hats in their rooms, or flags, or some kind of like media or gadgets or whatever. Yeah, it's like, and then, or certain stuff in the background. I pay attention. I look at everything. And also I look and see, what music do they like? Yes, I look at everything. I'm petty. And I'm going to probably do an episode on that. It's like, it's probably going to be on Patreon to the point where you have to pay, because I know some of the people that watch this, they're going to try to watch it so that they can clear out and clean out their profile so that they can be able to trick people faster. Yeah, I had to add that, trick people faster, because yeah, some people, yeah, because just like in prison, people brag that they learn a lot how to, yeah, they learn their skills a lot better in prison. Prison is a good college for being a criminal. Yeah. But anyways, thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.